Today, we will be highlighting the effects of cutaneous leishmaniasis in the nation of Jordan. You'll learn what the disease is, how its pervasive nature within the country has caused numerous issues, and how we plan to use $100,000 to combat the disease. Now, you may be wondering what exactly cutaneous leishmaniasis, also known as C. leishmaniasis, really is. And for many of you watching, you've probably never heard of this disease. Simply put, C. leishmaniasis is a parasitic disease caused by a protozoan, a single-celled eukaryote that is transferred to humans through the bite of a sandfly. While not deadly when compared to malaria, HIV, or even visceral leishmaniasis, C. leishmaniasis still presents a wide variety of issues within the 98 nations where it is endemic. This is only exacerbated by the fact that the disease primarily infects the poorest people within society, a group of individuals who don't hold any sway with government or pharmaceutical companies or health institutions. And nowhere are the issues around C. leishmaniasis better represented than in the nation of Jordan, where the disease has been endemic for numerous years. However, before we discuss the issues surrounding the nation of Jordan specifically, we must discuss how the disease is spread and how it impacts humans. As I previously mentioned, the disease is transferred by the bite of a sandfly, and once bitten, the protozoan known as Leishmania major will travel into the human body from the sandfly. There, it will be phagocytosed by macrophages and other phagocytic cells that are part of the innate immune system. However, once inside of these phagocytic cells, the protozoan will inhibit the cell's lysosomes from attaching to it, thus avoiding being broken apart by the cell's lysozymes. Furthermore, by infecting specifically the phagocytic cells within the human body, the protozoan bars the phagocytic cells from presenting antigens to helper T cells. Thus, Leishmania major is able to also stop the acquired immune system from activating. As you can see, the protozoan Leishmania major is incredibly challenging for the body's immune system to combat, as it is able to circumvent both the innate and the acquired immune system. This means the protozoan is able to replicate without any obstacles. And as the protozoan continually replicates within the phagocytic cell, they will then burst out of the phagocytic cell and infect other phagocytic cells. Now, once another sandfly bites this newly infected human, the protozoans within the human body will be picked up by the sandfly. The sandfly will then transport that protozoan to another human, infecting it and repeating the cycle. Once you've been bitten and infected by the protozoan Leishmania major, the symptoms for the disease C. leishmaniasis are quite visible. With smaller infections, sores, or little red bumps will appear on the skin. However, with more serious infections, large ulcers will grow on the skin. All of these symptoms can also pose additional threats, as they are essentially massive open wounds with a high chance of infection from other diseases. Additionally, evidence that one has been infected with C. leishmaniasis is abundantly clear, as the sores and ulcers will leave severe scars behind after they heal. So now that you know a little bit about how the disease works, let us discuss why it has become so prevalent within the nation of Jordan. Now, the majority of C. leishmaniasis infections take place within the Jordan River Valley, with some regions in that area being considered extremely hyper-endemic. Now, the Jordan River Valley's issues with C. leishmaniasis are primarily due to underreporting of the disease. Each year, there are 100 to 200 cases of C. leishmaniasis reported by the World Health Organization. While this may not seem like a lot, severe underreporting within the nation has caused some to speculate that the actual number of cases is 47 times greater than what is reported. And due to severe underreporting, both the government and the hospitals within that area are unable to effectively combat the disease. As seen in 2008 and 2007, the Ministry of Health was unable to determine exactly how many people needed medications, and thus this left many without the treatment that they needed. Now, the underreporting of the disease stems from problems on the governmental level, but also on the individual level. An issue in Jordan is that there are not many doctors who are trained to diagnose and treat the disease. That means there are very few hospitals where one can get diagnosed. This is a major problem for individuals, primarily those who are impoverished, as getting to these locations can take vital hours out of one's day, hours that might be needed for work. Thus, the disease is given low importance by those who are infected, especially when the sores are small, as the negative aspects of going to a hospital and getting diagnosed outweigh the positives. Many would rather just wait for the sores to heal themselves. This is incredibly dangerous, as the sores on individual skin can lead to infection from more deadly diseases, but also, if individuals do not go to hospitals and get treated, it just increases the host population for the disease, making it much easier for it to spread. There is also another issue that arises from the infection of C. leishmaniasis in Jordan, and that is from the social stigmatization that individuals infected with the disease receive. Many people are afraid of being near those infected, and due to people's limited knowledge of the disease, many believe that the disease is contagious. Thus, those who aren't infected take active measures to ensure that they are separated from those who are infected. This can lead to many people, especially women and young children, being physically separated from their families. Other individuals may lose their jobs, which is incredibly damaging, as the primary group infected by the disease, those who live below the poverty line, require these jobs to support themselves. To help combat C. leishmaniasis within the nation of Jordan, we will be instituting a 4-part plan. We believe that the 4 aspects of this plan, when working together in tandem, will prove to be the most effective. The first part of our plan will be providing those who live in impoverished communities insecticide-treated bed nets. Sandflies are primarily active at night and bite those who are sleeping. By reducing exposure to sandflies, the insecticide-treated bed net will be a key resource in stopping the spread of C. leishmaniasis. And we've already seen actions like this dramatically reduce the spread of C. leishmaniasis within the nations around Jordan. In Afghanistan and Iran, the use of insecticide-treated bed nets led to a 67% decrease in infection rates. The second part of our plan will revolve around using educational materials to teach the populace about the disease. This will be done through radio programs, TV commercials, leaflets, flyers, celebrities, classes, or just trained volunteers going door to door. The dissemination of knowledge is vital because if people understand the disease, then they will be more inclined to use the preventative measures given to them. Furthermore, educating the populace will help curb the social stigmatization that individuals infected by C. leishmaniasis receive. By removing the societal myth of leishmaniasis being contagious, individuals won't be afraid to go near those who are infected. The third part of our plan is to help get more people diagnosed. And to do this, we will be offering powdered milk to those who go to hospital and get themselves diagnosed. Milk is a major part of the Jordanian diet, and many people live in cities, which means that they have to use their own money to buy the milk. The free monthly supply of powdered milk will be able to make up for an individual's lost time and money when they go and get diagnosed. The fourth part of our plan will revolve around the use of volunteers going door to door in infected neighborhoods. They will serve 2 roles. First, they will hold classes and go door to door, educating people about C. leishmaniasis and teaching them to use the preventative measures given to them. Secondly, the volunteers will help combat the issue of underreporting, as they will travel around infected neighborhoods, advising individuals who they see with sores to go to hospitals and get diagnosed. These volunteers will direct people to local hospitals, or in some cases take them there directly. To combat C. leishmaniasis within the nation of Jordan, we will be partnering with the Regional Leishmaniasis Control Center, or the RLCC, to institute our 4-part plan. The RLCC has been actively working within the nation of Yemen to combat the disease, and they have been able to treat over 3,000 individuals within the country using many of the same methods that we are. Thus, we believe that they are the perfect partner to work with in Jordan. We hope that you learned something from this video, and we thank you for watching.